What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Angele Altieri if this is your first time here, and welcome to the video. Today I'm testing out Jaclyn Hill. Jaclyn Hill's new launch of her permanent collection, her permanent line. I have a mood light powder, accent highlighters, bronzer, and blush duo. So if you're interested in that, then you know the deal, you know the drill, and you know the vibes. Let's get it. By the way, I'm a medium skin tone. I'm wearing the Tarte Foundcealer Foundation in the shade 34N medium neutral. So I'm medium with a neutral undertone. Thank you so much. I want to say I'm not like a huge fan of Jaclyn. I started watching her, I think 2018, because I watched Manny and Laura and they were friends. I'm not so invested in her because she barely posts on YouTube, and that's where I find like I develop my relationship with YouTubers. They don't know me, but we have a relationship. It is what it is. So I'm not so invested in her life. I got her lipstick collection, which I have on display over there, just because I was interested and it was very hyped. My lipsticks were fine. Everything was fine. I was disappointed in her Valentine's Day limited edition launch because I feel like she didn't have enough stock for the amount of followers she still has, even after the lipstick stuff. I feel like she definitely needed more, so I was a little bit salty on that. Why I got this collection though, I like blushes and bronzer, so I was like, you know what, let me just get it, let me just try it out. And now she's coming out with lipsticks, and I was like, well, we gotta try that out. Yeah, I wasn't expecting to like this collection as much as I do, but I do. I do have some thoughts on like the shades and stuff like that towards the end, so stay tuned. Leave timestamps down below. So yeah, those are my thoughts on Jaclyn. I don't love her. I don't hate her. I like her. I think she's cute. She's funny. But I'm not obsessed. But yeah, let's get into the products and the launch info. This came out March 2nd on her website, which is where I got the bronzers. And then March 6th at Ulta, which is where I got the mood light powders. Her website sold out of most things, but Ulta keeps restocking at random times throughout the day. Maybe people are returning, or I don't know what it is, but they say things are out of stock, you know, in the morning, and maybe it'll be in stock at night. So if you're interested in anything, just keep refreshing, checking it out, because it might pop back up there. So we'll start with the bronzer duos. There are 7 duos for $36. I'll leave like shades over here, set to the side, and you can look at this cheek. So she has 7 duos. 2 of them are fair to light. One of them is light to medium. One is medium. One is medium tan, which is the one I use, Stay Rosey and Toffee. One is rich, and another one is deep, which I have here. Listen, because of her Valentine's Day launch, I decided to use a bot for this collection. And although I put keywords as not Stay Rosey, I used Yummy Toffee, they still gave me Be Rouge and Espresso Shot, which is the deepest one. Too deep for me, even though I feel like, can you see it? I feel like it could work both as blushes, but I just wouldn't use it, and I know that. So if you guys want to see this in a giveaway, let me know. I'm reaching 1,000 soon, I hope. But I'm reaching 1,000 subs and I'll be doing the giveaway. So let me know if you want to see this product in the giveaway. I still have it in the bubble wrap. Yeah, there's that. I feel like that could work on a lot of skin tones because the product is very sheer and light, so it could work. Okay, then we have the accent light highlighters. This is all I have. You know, if I have this, why do I need to buy more? I don't. The accent highlighters are 8 shades. If I'm correct, 5 of them are from her palettes. This is the Flash palette. 3 of these are permanent shades. I swatched them later, but just to tell you, it's Ice, Sparks, and Mesmerize from the Flash palette that are permanent. She has 2 or 3 new shades. 2, I think it's 2. Might be 2. And she has 2 shades in a mini. I swing one of them. Those are $16. I would get a mini if I were you. If you're into ice, then the other shade. Then she has the Beaming Loose highlighters. All the same shades as before and 1 extra one. So there's 6 colors. Altogether, those are $24. And she has the Mood Light Luminous Powders for $32. Sorry. For $32 and 5 colors. I have the shade Do Me, which is described as, what's it described as? A iced nude glow. Ugh, messy. Crap. That was my fault. It's like a yellow tone powder, very reminiscent of a translucent powder. Jeez, messy. So those are the products and the prices. Let's get into the application. I already have everything on, so we can get into the application. Let's do it. Okay, so let's start with trying on the Mood Light powder. I have the shade Do Me, like I said. My face is completely set with the Too Faced Ethereal Setting Powder in translucent, very lightly though. I have some product in the cap. And I'm going to take this all over the face. Right? So I'm going to first take this e.l.f. blush brush, but it's like a tapered brush. I use this for under my eyes. So I'm going to take some and lightly dust it under my eyes. Just like that. With this powder, I don't see much change or effect until prolonged wear using this product. Like towards the end of the day, I definitely start seeing more of a luminous, dewy look on my skin. And I'm not so matte. This powder, I was expecting more something along the lines of the Laura Mercier glow powder. It does add some extra shine, but it's not something very intense. I feel like the Laura Mercier glow powder is very intense. That's not something I would put under my eyes. This is a powder you can definitely actually set your entire face with, and you wouldn't have to worry too much of it being like, what the heck just happened here? You know? This is a good powder to actually set all over the face. It reminds me of a loose version of the Hourglass ambient lighting powders, but even less. Actually, very much the same. I was going to say a little less glowy, even still, but very similar. Okay, let's get into the bronzer. I feel so silly without any color products in my complexion. So again, I have these shades, or the Duo State Rosey Yummy Toffee, which is described as medium to tan. And I'm medium, I get tan pretty deep. So let's put this on. I'm using the Eco Tools Precision Powder Brush, very flimsy, angled brush. I'm gonna tap off the excess. This bronzer is very buildable. It's not too pigmented right off the bat. Like, a bronzer that scared me were the Hoola bronzers where you put it on and it's like a stamp of pigment. It blends out, but it can be scary. This does not do that. It blends out really smoothly. It's not a matte finish, but it's not a glowy finish either. Very much like a maybe like a Physicians Formula kind of deal. They're butter bronzers, not the matte one, the original. It does take a while for me to build it up to where I want it to be. And this is one of the like darker duos. I feel like it could be even darker. You know what I'm saying? Like for the true tan skin, in between tan and dark, there needs to be something else there for those girls. Like when I get really tan, I feel like this might not work as well for me. It is a really nice bronzer. I do like the formula. I don't mind having to build it up because I can see the pigment. I could see that it's there. It's not getting cakey. It's not getting muddy. Really nice formula, in my opinion. I'm trying to bend the hair clip. I built that up quite a bit because I do like to look very, very bronze. Let me compare this shade. I wanted to compare the shade really quickly to Hula Caramel, whatever. Definitely different in formula. This is Jaclyn Yummy Toffee, and that's Hula Caramel. Hula Caramel, whatever caramel is. Okay, that's Jaclyn. This is more matte and a little bit thicker in formula and slightly more warm tone, slightly more orange. This is definitely a thinner formula. Like I could feel it swatching the product. This is a thicker powder, but very similar in shades. If you were interested, or if you use Hula Caramel, you know that's a good shade for you, then this would be a good shade for you. It's just you have to build it up. Hula bronzers, they go on there. They go on the piece, boom boom pow, right off the bat, but they do blend. So just a swatch comparison in terms of the shade. Okay, now for, oh, there's a thing on here. Okay, so for blush, I use the Morphe Jaclyn Hill brush JH06. Very, very flimsy. And again, this is the shade Stay Rosy, which is kind of a muted rosy mauve pink. Very, very pretty shade, right up my alley. I really like this color. Look at that. And the blush I feel like is more pigmented than the bronzer. Maybe it's just the brush I use. Maybe I should use a different brush. But I feel like the blush builds up color a lot faster. Look at that. It's pretty. It's pretty. It's pretty. She got me. She got me with this one. It looks like a nice natural flush of color, especially for my skin tone and undertone. It looks like I've really been sweating, which I am because it's hot. It's hot right now. And the finish is just the same as the bronzer, very silky. Hello, brush hair. Very silky. It's not glowy. There is a slight sheen, very much like the Hourglass blushes, but even less glowy because some of them are very glowy. I don't know how their bronzers are. Maybe the bronzer's like that as well. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't have those. Those are expensive. But the blush, definitely like that. Or the Ciate London Marbled Lights blushes. Like that as well. Very like blurring, silky, satiny. Like the e.l.f., not the e.l.f., the Essence blushes. Very nice. And I feel like their tones are very, very pinky and cool tone. Well, this isn't very cool, but I feel like she needs more tones in there. I feel like she needs more colors, more variation. That's just my 2 cents. I like this blush a lot. Okay, for highlighter, I only have the accent palette, but 3 of these shades she did release in singles, so I'm going to swatch those 3 shades. Top to bottom is Iced, Sparks, and then Mesmerized on the bottom. And I found this out yesterday when trying these out. Mesmerized is a dupe for the Fenty Hustler Baby. Look at that. I think I'm gonna use Mesmerized actually. Oh, and Iced is an iced champagne, Sparks is a frosted gold, and Mesmerized is a soft peach. Cool. First I'm going to apply with the Morphe R36. This isn't what it actually looks like, the shape. I've had this for a long time. For a long time. I'm gonna apply that where I highlight. I don't reach for these highlighters very often, but I will say it is a wet finish. You can see that. You can see that. And my skin is not set with the spray yet. There's absolutely no glitters in here. It's a baked formula, so maybe that helps with how smooth the powder is on the skin. It doesn't emphasize texture, which I do have texture right now, unfortunately. But it's not emphasizing that. Very smooth, not chunky whatsoever. I feel like this formula is formula is like the ABH Amrezy highlighter formula. Then on top, just the highest points with a Real Technique setting brush, going in with Iced, which is also available in a mini. It's like the best seller. Putting that on the brow bone. I mean, guys, I don't use these often, but it doesn't mean they aren't good. Just don't reach for them. It's the tones for me. These aren't the colors of highlight I would pick out for myself for an everyday wear. She definitely needs some more shades for the medium tan girls. Something a little bit more bronzy champagne. You know what I mean? Like a Maybelline Master Chrome kind of color. She has a lot for the fair and a lot for the rich deep, which, you know, that's great for them. But I feel like I need more shades for medium tan skins. Like these are a little bit too light, a little bit too icy. If iced or frost is in the name description, or I mean in the description of the color, it's not ideal for medium skin tones. So my final thoughts on all of these products. The formulas are great on every product. I would definitely recommend the blush and bronzers if you find a shade that fits you. I would prefer if they were in singles, because sometimes you would prefer a different kind of blush versus a different bronzer. So I feel like it would just have been better in singles. The packaging is quite bulky as well, but I feel like with baked formulas, a lot of their packaging is bulky. It is pretty. I don't like the fingerprints on it. I would have preferred something matte and then the J be shiny, but you know, that's just nitpicking. But yeah, those formulas are really great. I feel like she does need more tones with that, and with the highlighters. The highlighters are great. If I were to recommend one, I would recommend Iced, and in the mini, those are cheaper. Those are almost half the price. Not half the price. Those are $16, and you probably wouldn't get through it anyway, so I would recommend that instead. But she does need more shades in the highlight. Like, for example, I need a shade more like this. This is Lunar Beauty Venus. Yeah. Look at that tone. Just a little bit deeper, a little bit more coppery, bronzy. I need something more like that. I need another one. I need some more. Please, thank you. And the Moonlight powders, if you're interested in a setting powder that's not very matte, but it's not super glowy, just gives a nice sheen to the skin, and throughout the day, it'll help your skin look a little bit more shimmery. Not shimmery, but dewy throughout the day instead of keeping you very matte and your skin dry. Then I would recommend the Moonlight powders. Again, they're like an Hourglass Ambient Lighting powder in a loose formula. For prices, I'm not going to say or determine how she thinks her products, or how much she thinks her products are worth. You know, that's fully up to her. I don't know the money that goes into the packaging, the development, any of that. So if I'm interested, I'll pay for it. If you're interested, then I would recommend it. And if you're okay with the price, then go for it. I would recommend everything. Not this so much, because I already have a bunch of setting powders. I mean, I have a bunch of bronzers and blushes, but this didn't wow me as much, if that makes any sense. Really, really love the blush and bronzer. Wasn't expecting it, but I love it. And I plan on getting 3 or 4 things from her. No, she's not a whore. From her lipstick launch. So stay tuned for that if I'm able to get anything. Yeah, let me know your thoughts on this collection down below. And I guess your thoughts on Jaclyn. Maybe not. Just be nice. I don't want anyone to be dragging anyone. Just be kind and polite. Be polite, please. Yeah, if you like this video, hit the like button down below. Comment, subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell notification if you're feeling froggy. When I post kind of often nowadays. And yeah, if you like me, like this video, share it to a friend, one friend, all your friends, Instagram, Twitter, and like all my social media down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.